Hello everyone, welcome to an exciting world tour. I'm Tyken, and today I'm going to be showing off my legitimate Let's Play world. I decided to take a break from this for now and do a Feed the Beast playthrough, so I decided to do a tour of everything that I have so far, so I hope you all enjoy. First of all, this is where you go up. There's a little tunnel with stairs going all the way up to here. I put my mailbox out here, just, to put some mail in. Nothing fancy, just a dispenser with a trapdoor on top of it. For those of you that don't know, you can put things on blocks that have a menu by just holding shift and pressing the button, so you don't accidentally open it. Anyway, over here is my little cemetery. Oh, and if you're curious, I put myself in creative mode just to show it off easier, I suppose. Anyway, I moved my spawn point here with MC Edit a while ago. So when you die, you actually spawn in a graveyard, which is both creepy and a little cool. This is my crypt that I've been working on. Nothing really special about it right now. I still haven't finished it, but you have a secret staircase going down here. And if you come over here, there is a hidden bud switch right here that opens and closes the staircase. So you can completely hide it, put whatever you want down there, and I have a big thing for hiding stuff. It's always fun for me. Over here is the main park area. Well, just the front yard, really. Nothing overly fancy, just a little well in the middle for decoration and water source. Some trees in the corner just to add a little bit more, and then just random grass and flowers about. Over here, I guess we'll do this side first. We have the pet playhouse, because my cats and my dogs were getting really loud and annoying inside my house, so I decided to make them their own little play area. For the cats, since their native home is jungle biomes, I made it kind of jungly, put jungle leaves for the ceiling, made this play area grass, and made a little tunnel through here to make it look like a little river, but it's just wool so they can actually play on it and not worry about getting wet. All jungle logs, kind of a little, I'm not really sure what to call it, just a little play area for them to climb on and mess around with. The tunnel goes all the way through, so if they want to run around, they can. Over here is the feeding / water area. Made it kind of look like a jungle ruined area. Right here dispenses their food. I didn't have a button for it yet, but yeah. Over here is just the area you keep all their toys and such. This is just where I put all my junk when I was done building. Over here is their sleeping area. Since my real life cats like to steal my bed all the time, I decided to give each of the cats their own bed. Just, so they don't steal mine. Up here is also a little area for them to lounge about on, just, curl up and, because cats love to be up in high places. And here's the breeding room for the cats. Nothing overly fancy, mostly jungle wood, and bed for them. Also a jukebox for mood music. Then over here we have the dog area, purposely closed off with a sign saying no dogs allowed. This is their area. You have wet food, kibble, and bones for them to dispense inside of their bowls. Over here is their little water area for them to drink. And even have an indoor park over here for them to play in when, they're not outside. Just like on rainy days or at night, they can come out in here and pee on the tree or just have fun, really. Nothing overly big or fancy. Also decided to have a natural looking waterfall coming out the side of the mountain and flowing through, but we'll show that later. Even have a grate right there so the dogs can't get out. Oh, another neat little feature. I'm not sure why that's missing right there, but I made a little tunnel for the dogs that go directly to their bedroom. So when it's nighttime and they're locked up in here, and they're sleeping and all of a sudden they need to get up and pee or anything, they can just crawl right through the tunnel and get into their little play area. Of course, the dogs have their own breeding area as well. Just nothing overly fancy either, just, just a little something for them to get into the mood. Not that dogs really need it. Let's see, let's go ahead and do out here real quick since we're right here. Out here is the picnic / barbecue area. From the inside of the house, it's pretty much the hallway right next to the kitchen. So you can come out here, cook, grill, whatever. You have counters for preparation and such. The cool thing about the fireplace is it actually works. Press the button, it lights the fireplace, And when you're done cooking, just press this one and it turns it off. Then over here is the picnic area with a nice little bridge. The river goes all the way through here and over there. This is a little area you just sit and eat at. I'm gonna say, I think it's a gazebo, just, you know, covered picnic area. Then you have a little bridge coming over here by the tree if you want to play on it, and need to get rid of that. Apparently you can't climb onto the bridge from there. I hadn't finished, but I was going to make this river flow down like a waterfall through here and turn this into a small little lake area. Of course, getting rid of all these trees, but I haven't had the time. Let's see, from here, I guess we'll start from the inside of the house. The front door is here. Come through here, and you have your bookshelves on either side with a little bit of red carpet for elegance. Well, actually, I think black is elegance. I don't remember what red is, but it's fancy. This is the living room. I love these sofa designs. These are really before you could do anything great with sofas. Hopefully in the next update, you can use snow blocks to make half slabs of wool, so to speak. Well, it'll look like it anyway. It's a half slab 4, so these actually look like chairs, and the table actually looks pretty decent. Fireplace design. I always preferred lava instead of fire, plus it's not nearly as loud or annoying. Little plants in here, a couple of paintings, nothing overly grand, just, you know, enough to make the walls less boring. This is the bar, kind of like just a hangout place where when you bring your friends over to entertain them. You have a pool table here. It isn't perfect because, you know, they don't have wool half slabs or anything, but I wanted something that actually looked like a table, and while it isn't green, it does look pretty resemblant to a pool table, at least as close as you can get. Over here is a jukebox. You just put in your CD or music disc and it plays. Nothing overly fancy either, just looks like an actual jukebox. Over here is the bar area. You have each keg with color coding, so you know what each one is. Nothing too grand, just logs on their side with the tripwire hook, so it actually looks like kegs that have been tapped. Cups, plate, and just a little bar area. Over here, actually this is a perfect view. Just a little dining area, you know, just for you to sit with your friends and eat, and again, just a beautiful view. Then you have your hanging lights, which add a little bit to it as well. I was thinking about putting perhaps a dance club thing kind of down there where it's like flashing lights and music plays. Would like to do that, not sure how well it would work. Over here we have the actual dining area if you want to just sit here and look out in the beautiful morning sun coming down on you. And then you can see your cats from here as well. Then you have the kitchen, which has a dishwasher. I actually think I have, knife, spoon, fork, bottles or cups, and plates. I wanted to rename them, but I didn't feel like wasting the experience. Over here you have a working sink, which turns on hot and cold water. Well, if you want to consider this hot water. The lava flows out. And then you just press the button to get rid of it. It has a, what is it? I can't remember the name of it. T flip-flop. So when you press it, it doesn't pop up or anything until after you take it off. Over here you have your cooking area, stovetop, where you can cook bake your food. Refrigerator, if you don't feel like, since you can't really open it like that. You have bottles of water, some apples, some things that have been sitting in there too long, and a dozen eggs. And then if you want ice, just press the button and ice dispenses from the top, but I seem to have forgot to reload it. Over here's the pantry. We'll come back to here because there's a little more I need to show off. And like I said before, here's the barbecue area. Over here you have stairs on both sides that wrap around to the top or second floor. Over here you have your alchemy station, which has, I believe, a hidden chest right here. if you need anything, such as nether warts or bottles, stuff you really wouldn't want to dispense. Then I think a crafting table there, and then just regular stone directly in the middle, so you can fill these up without having to worry about accidentally opening something. So throw those in there. Then you have, you know, various brewing stations, a couple of potted plants growing, so you can essentially gather your own herbs, or at least that's the idea behind it, since you can't really grow any of the materials except for maybe carrots, and you can't really plant those. Let's see. Other than that, you have the ingredient dispenser. You just pretty much choose any ingredients you want. So if I wanted a health potion, just dispense that. And originally I wanted it to all drop into the cauldron like you're adding the ingredients to it. But it doesn't like to fall dead center, so couldn't really do that. And you can add such as that stuff. Sometimes it doesn't work properly, like it just won't drop down right away. I need to fix it just because the pistons changed since the last time since I actually made this. So it tends to get a little wonky because the piston timing has changed. So also over here is my little enchanting area. I really like the corner bookshelf thing. Originally I was planning on putting like a pressure plate right here that would pull these to the side, and it would have a chest for like tools that you want to enchant or something. The only one problem with that is I think you have to have the books in the corner or else it won't actually work, because, I don't know, just weird like that. Okay, over here we have the actual library. I really like how this design came out. Well, first of all, you have the little study area right here. You can a nice windowed view, and then you have your computer, keyboard, and mouse. You have various books that you would normally use to work, as well as a fancy chair. You have a big study area with plenty of books everywhere, and I really like this little design. Just it makes the table less boring, and it also gives you a little bit of storage for your books. Let's see. Oh yeah, the floor design that I really liked. I made it look like an hourglass, so it looks like the sand's pouring in. And then the cool thing is, if you turn it the other way, it looks kind of the same. Kind of symbolism for infinity. I tried. Anyway, really like this design too. The back wall, originally it was just green wool. Then my girlfriend Catherine really helped me out with that. I think it came out much nicer. Then you just have your archives up here, pretty much just all the books. You have some art on the back wall, just because it's not really accessible. Right here is where I was going to put like the actual archives, where you would put valuable, like enchantment books or something. However, I never really got through designing all of it, so I never finished building it. Up here, well, before we go, well, I guess we'll go outside while we're here. This is the balcony, so if you just want to come out and read a book out here with a beautiful view without having to worry about rain or anything. This is also just a really nice vantage point. This was all natural too. I just decided to wrap around here to this natural cave and come up through here. They had water coming through here, but it wasn't nearly as nice, so I fixed it up, put kind of like a little bridge over it so it could still flow naturally. And then up here, you have another little vantage point where you can look out above and just get, again, that's just a really beautiful biome area around. So you don't have any deserts or swamp or anything. Right here, I didn't finish building it, but I planned on putting like an underground sauna, like hot springs or something. But yeah, gonna work on that another time. Now that we've finished this, I believe we go to the last floor, the very topped bedroom area. This is the master bedroom. I did plan on adding guest bedrooms, but I have another idea for that. So anyway, up here you have some bedside storage, some books, just some plants just to make it a little nicer. This is I guess a very grand king-size bed. I like this design a lot more than just using regular beds. Unfortunately, it means you can't really sleep in them, but I have a bed in one of the chests beside it, so anytime I actually need to sleep, I just plop it down and pick it up later. Also used snow slabs for the pillows, I did that legitimately as well by just spawning a snowman and making him walk over everything. This is my TV with big speakers. Just supposed to look really awesome. And this is my little sofa. Nothing really particularly little about it, but it's kind of dual purpose. Like it has, it's one of those sofas that have like one of those backs where you put like items on it, I guess. Plus, I really like the torches on it. Oh yeah, one of the biggest features I love about my house is the big front windows. And so when I built this loft bedroom, I thought it would be really cool to put another window right here, so you can get all the light and everything from the morning sun. And over here is the bathroom area. Straight ahead, well, over here just some shelves, some plants. Over here is the bath. It's just so nice and deep. That sounded a little weird, but you put half slabs at the bottom and it makes it a little deeper without drowning you or making it like you're not really in water either. So also great view from here as well, so you can just peer out and look into the sunset, or actually I think the sun rises from that side and sets that way, but you get the point. Over here you have your mirror. Unfortunately there's no reflective blocks, and I feel like my iron didn't really look good for a mirror, so I decided to use ice instead. Kind of looks like frosted glass, or it's steamy from a hot bath or shower. The sink's here, some counter space, and a little bit of goop on one of the counters. Just a sticky piston, but it looks like you spilled something there, like water or something. Over here, you actually have a working shower. Let me show you how this works. Unlike most showers, this has hot and cold water as well, but it won't kill you. And it doesn't drown you either. I believe this is cold. Yeah, just press the button. Dispenser's up there, dispense water across the top of this, and you have water droplets drip down on you. So it seems like a real shower. You just press this button, and then hot water. And now you have lava dispensed, and it just drips down on you as well. Let me just get rid of that. Then over here, you have your little toilet area. Nothing special, just some flowers and water, just so it isn't plain walls. Toilet with actual water, kind of the septic tank area, and this is supposed to be the how you flush it. But thought about making a working toilet. I have a design for it. I just decided to go with a decorative one. Over here is the master closet, which is kind of weird to have like bathroom then closet, but I mean, if you think about it, normally you shower and then get dressed, so it kind of works out. Plus I didn't want to have two doorways. That would have looked kind of weird for me. You have your just general storage over here with some shelves. Over here is where you store like your shoes, just little objects and such. You hang your clothes up over here on the hooks. Just some random books for why the hell not. And then you can put like hats or whatever on top there. And this is supposed to be the big mirror that you I guess show off in front of, like, yeah, I look sexy, that's right. But yeah, I really liked how this closet came out. It really has that grand feeling. That's it for the house. But there is, well, a little bit more to show off. Well, I was going to get rid of all this, but yeah. First thing we're going to need is to go back into the kitchen, because there's something a little more special about the kitchen than I first initially let on. And if you're an Advent viewer of my channel, you should already know. But you put a redstone torch here, it pulls this crafting table down, and you have a button that you press, and I'm pretty sure it worked. No, let's just go ahead and get rid of this. And close this. Okay. When you press the button, it opens up the fireplace into a staircase. It's pretty amazing, I know. I designed it myself, actually. As in, it wasn't based off of anyone else's design. And it actually came out pretty well. I mean, you don't have too much headroom, but it does work. And then once you get in, you can just press the button, and it closes right on top of you. Luckily, the signs hold back the lava, and they don't catch on fire. If they do start to catch on fire in a future update, then I'll have to fix it or come up with a better design. But so far, it works perfectly well. Let's see. Okay, we already pressed the button. Down here, this did have iron doors, but I never got through with doing the combination lock because those things are really complicated. But basically, the secret staircase leads down here, and this is my nether portal room. You come in here, and it's just kind of like demonic looking, like an altar with flaming pillars and then lava flowing to the center of the altar, kind of like an ominous feel to it. I want to have it where you had to sacrifice something onto the altar in order to make the nether portal open. Unfortunately, that would be incredibly complicated and pretty impossible without mods or future updates. So I'll have to figure out something later. Anyway, so yeah, you have each of the symbols on the wall, and then one on the ceiling. Essentially, I use the in-game enchanting alphabet to spell out words. That's H, A, C, and then K for, or X, S, I believe, for hacks, or KS. I don't remember how I spelled it. Someone did suggest that I spell out hell, but I didn't want to have a copy of an extra symbol. Plus, I think the L was kind of boring looking. So, anyway, I forget what it was exactly, because I started doing the redstone wiring and then it stopped working because of an update, so I never fixed it. But once you punch in the code, the door opens. But after you press like another 2 or 3 buttons, because most people wouldn't continue to press buttons after they got the code correct, it would open up a path right here, because pistons would push these blocks up, and this would open up to my nether portal right here. Nothing overly special in my nether, really, just a blaze farm, small enchanting area. None of it's really that pretty or worth showing off, so... Anyway, you would think that's all that's down here, because it's like, oh, I found a secret entrance, and I found the secret. Oh, this is what they were hiding. But, to be honest, the whole nether room is just a distraction. Press the redstone torch here, knock it off, and bam, this wall opens up, and doors are here. This is my personal private little office. The cool thing about this, too, is you can just press the button from the inside and close yourself up. Nobody knows you're in here. Also, if you're worried that, you know, something's out there, you just want to check, you can press this button, and the windows open up. And you can just look out and see what's going on. The best part is it's completely undetectable from the outside unless you either break blocks or you actually press the button while it's working. Anyway, this is my little office area. Bookshelves over here, just standard wall. And you have your computer to work on and a desk. So you're all perfectly private and happy. But you know me, I've already had like 3, 4, probably more secrets in this house already. So you guessed right, there's another one. Press a redstone torch right here. Center yourself in the middle of the chair and knock it off. And you drop down through this little tunnel. Kind of like Dexter's Lab style if you've ever watched it, or if you're old enough for that. Nothing overly, I guess, beautiful down here. Just a little something right there. What you're supposed to do is put all of your possessions inside a little cart, and you walk through the metal detector, quote unquote. Minecraft is incredibly limited, so I didn't have much options in that terms. And why isn't that working now? I think the redstone might have got messed up. Perhaps. But, oh, the rail got broken somehow. That's weird. Let me go ahead and fix this. There we go. No idea what happened to that. Unless, oh, I think the water flowed down and broke it. So, and I am stuck in the minecart. Okay, let's go ahead and make this. For some reason that isn't working. Let's just switch ourselves to creative mode, or survival mode. Make a chest. There we go. And then creative mode. And you just put your items in here. And walk through here. It boosts the cart through here. You actually hear that the this is supposed to be like not a metal detector, but kind of like an item X-ray machine. Goes through here, goes over the detector plate to show what's inside of it, or at least that's what it's supposed to be. Meanwhile, you have a guard sitting right here, watching everything that goes through. And then you have all your items that come through, and you can just grab them out afterwards. Not that we need them currently. When I was digging through here, I found this natural cave system, which is just freaking awesome. But I decided to have kind of like a water thing coming through here and just kind of make it look natural. So you just kind of have all these windows right here and the seats. Looks really beautiful, I believe. And it's really cool when they have monsters outside because it's almost like a zoo. Anyway, and here is the security area. Oh, excuse me. You just have the people, the security members watching everyone that comes through. Not that there should be a lot of traffic, but you know, it's a secret. You don't want people coming through. I was going to put guard dogs down here later. Or iron golems, perhaps. This is where they keep their records, just various shelving. You also have a little secondary security desk. I was going to put like screens here, or redo a painting that looks like a screen. Right here, you can exit out. There is, well, I guess I'll go through and then just break my way through. There is a natural little cave system outside of my house. Like right over here. This is where the library was, and the dining area. This little cave system that was natural. I decided to make it look pretty, made it into kind of like a little underground lake. And you really can't tell that there's anything hidden right there. But yeah, there's no way to get in through there. There's only one entrance, one exit, you know. Make it really hard for people to get in and out. Kind of a weird exit, but it works. Then over here, you just get into the cart, and it boosts you automatically. You go through this little tunnel, which I really like the lighting effects. It makes it actually look like a subway station, because they have those really low lights that just pretty much light up just the ground. The best thing about this is you normally don't have to worry about monsters because they can't spawn on slabs and can only spawn like on the track. I'm pretty sure I can fix it where they can't spawn on the track as well, but I never really bothered because I've only had like maybe 1 or 2 incidents where anything really spawned and or bothered me. Because if something spawns, I just generally like zip by it and don't even notice. Okay. Fortunately, it's not too long of a trip through the tunnels. It's pretty far away though if you actually look at it from above. Anyway, this is my secret laboratory area. I tried to say it like Dexter and it just came out horrible. And I'm not talking about the not reality show, the one where the guy kills murderers and criminals. I'm talking about Dexter's lab. Anyway, so yeah, this obviously not very finished yet, but you know, it's taking it as I go. This is where the guards would sit back here, the little reception area, or you could put a guard or receptionist, doesn't really matter. You have the alarm and the door lock. The door lock is supposed to open and close this 3x3 door, which is surrounded by an obsidian frame and then has iron blocks in the middle. There is one problem. It's kind of broken right now, just because, again, the update kind of screwed up pistons and such, so I have never gotten around to fixing it yet. The alarm still works, though, but it's a one-time use thing. Basically, it's meant to keep intruders locked in and keeping them from going into the lab. So, someone comes in here that you don't want, you just press the alarm. You have some alarms going off down there. The stairs push up and block the entrance. Let me turn off this sound because it's loud and annoying. There we go. There we go. Basically, this sends a really short pulse, and it just makes it spam over and over the tones. Where was I? Right here. If you come through here, oops. Basically, this isn't meant to be retractable. It's basically a one-time use thing. It's not supposed to be able to come out because, you know, you don't want the bad guy getting inside, killing everyone, then it's just unlocking the alarm. Also, when you press the alarm, this door is supposed to lock, meaning you cannot open it no matter how many times you press the button. I believe it's on a memory switch or something like that. Basically, once you press it, it's on for good. So, again, it's a permanent solution. They can't get through that unless they dig. Same for that, and then the alarm goes off as well. This is the decontamination area for when you're leaving or coming. It's basically just supposed to flash black when you step into the middle, and the light comes through the sides, making it look like radiation or something that's just has that really cool shadowy effect. Right here is the elevator that I used to get up. Unfortunately, again, Redstone update broke this. I can fix it. It's just a matter of not really caring enough to do so yet. Let's go ahead and show off the lab first, because not too much to it. So you come down here. This originally you were supposed to use the elevator to go up, and this was just a quick way down. It had a water drop right here, so you just drop down like a tube and you're fine. Just a quicker way. This is my temporary storage area. Nothing really spectacular. There's a couple of furnaces, perhaps too many. Various materials. You have stuff you get from monsters, rare materials such as ores and such. Blaze rods for the furnaces, which I have tons of. Over here, you have the central part of the lab, which is this massive underground dome. Very similar to my, well, at least in terms of just the center, similar to the little well that I have outside my house. I wanted something that made it feel relaxing and everything. You know, when scientists and such would come on their break, they come in here. It's also, I believe, the safest part of the lab because it's a massive obsidian dome, so it's pretty safe. Well, unless you had like some kind of creature outbreak, then it's a very open area and totally unsafe. Anyway, coming through here, this is the... I don't think I ever came up with a name for it, but it's like the Botany labs, essentially, for plants. To your right here, we have the melon and pumpkin labs. You have various specimens in their little tubes. You have each one of them's labeled and have their own little light source to grow them. Nothing fancy, you just have your specimens back here, really. These are going to be 3x3 doors that have iron golems behind them. So basically, whenever the alarm goes off, and there would be other buttons also inside the labs, these doors would open and iron golems would come out and just kill anything that moves, really. Also, here you just have a little counter space. You have your books for research, shelves, and a computer. Over here you have experimentation lab with the brewing station and everything. A little sample of each of the specimens. And the cool thing is this is fully functional. I believe that's the melon. Ah, there we go. It's being weird for some reason. Perhaps lag. Yeah, that's melon. I have not automatic, semi-automatic melon farms up there. Basically, they grow, you press the button, and then whatever's been gathered drops down right there. And that's for pumpkins. You can see how it drops down right here. And they're all up in the ceiling, so you don't see or have to worry about any of that. Let's come up here and actually show how this works a bit. You have this really complicated timing device, so we'll just skip that. Up here, you have the actual farming cells. If you watched any of my other videos, I've done tutorials on these a long time ago. But pretty simple. The melons and pumpkins grow on top of the dirt. These push up, breaking the block, and the pistons push out, throwing them into the water channels, and then they just drop down there and get collected. Oh, and don't worry about me breaking or destroying anything through this series. This is just a backup file, so I can just reload the other one. Over here, if it wasn't obvious, is the mushroom lab, because you have mushrooms on the floor. Over here, you have your test subjects. You have test 1, extreme heat, and you have lava droplets dripping onto it. Over here is the control group, where you don't have to worry about like any different conditions. And then over here is abundant moisture, where you just have water dropping onto it. Over here is just the nether wart farm. I was going to put another wart farm in the ceiling, but I haven't gotten around to that. Just also because you really don't need a lot of nether wart. Even if you're even if you're brewing a lot of potions, you don't really need a lot. Now, over here is the fungal growth chambers. The main point of this is supposed to look like nearly infinite cells going all the way back. Like you really can't tell where it starts and really where it ends unless you can really have good eyes or something, because it just gets darker and then there's black wool at the end, so it looks like it just goes on and you can't see anymore. However, this is not where you're supposed to actually get the things from. My mushroom farm would actually drop down. I think red ones would drop into here, brown ones into here, or vice versa. I also like putting random sticky notes everywhere, like caution, lever is evil and wants to stab you. Or in this one, casual Friday, move to Monday. Oops. And then you just have various furnaces just for the looks. The cool thing is, these furnaces are toggleable, similar to my barbecue. So you can actually brew mushroom stew in these, and various bookshelves for just learning. Again, this lab is incredibly incomplete because Minecraft is always changing, and it's really hard to keep up and make all the farms functional. Right now, I guess I was focusing on making the rooms look pretty and then making the farms look or fit, I suppose. Over here is empty, but it's supposed to be the biological wing where you actually clone animals. I was going to have villagers and stuff in tubes of ice, so it looked like the cryogenics lab. Also snowmen, like just basically anything you can farm from animals like sheep, pigs, cows, mushrooms. Even have like a robotics factory where iron golems are pumped out. Over here is going to be the adventure wing, because luckily enough I found this ravine while I was digging, and it is just incredibly, it's a massive ravine. Like, it goes very far. Like, I think it's like 2 of them, because first of all you go here and then it branches off way through there, and then it branches this way. Maybe not as much as the other one, but it's massive. So I was gonna have like long platforms like against the wall, and then have bridges connecting from one side to another, and having all the windows like opened up onto the platforms and such, and have everything that doesn't really produce stuff just looks cool. Like I'm not sure if any of you have seen my previous videos, my coal to diamond machine. Basically you put a coal block into the machine and it pushes out a diamond block, ore block, I mean, not an actual block. Basically it's just a piston machine that pushes preloaded diamonds into well, you replace the diamond, or yeah, the diamond ore with the coal ore, and it pushes it out. But yeah, over here I wanted to have something inconspicuous outside of the lab and just wanted to build something pretty. So I dug up here, and first of all, this floating island is natural, so I decided to play with it. It is a floating island that has a little river. It didn't originally. I think it did have some water dropping down on to the ground, but it looked crappy as hell, so I fixed it up. I was going to put like a little fishing area on top of here, but I always forget to do that. Anyway, I built this greenhouse. I had a name for it, but I cannot remember. Nothing fancy, but it has one of the features that I love about it is the little pond stream thing actually flows through here and waters all of the plants, so it's functional and pretty. And then continues down here to a waterfall that goes into a lake that splits off and goes into the ocean. Let's see. Oh yeah, one of the cool things I loved about this as well is you can actually get up there legitimately by just climbing up these vines. And then I have these over here, which I put leaves behind them so you could actually climb the vines. Plus it kind of looks more like thicker vines that you could climb up. I put string right here so the vines wouldn't crawl over, but it seems like they did anyway. Anyway, you just climb up these right here. You get all the way to the top, where you can fish or just scout the area, because it is a beautiful area, just big mountainous areas. was thinking about having maybe an observatory up there and a missile silo maybe over here. That would be fun. But let's see. Oh yeah, the other thing. What I planned on doing before I took a pause, making like a big, massive door right here because this is a really cool, natural, like, can't think of the word. Cove? Yeah, cove's the word. Kind of massive doors right here, like if you've ever played World of Warcraft, kind of like the massive doors to dead mines, the one that are supposed to open up for the boats. I was going to build massive, like, well, maybe not a massive boat inside of it because it's, you know, kind of small on the inside, or at least for a boat. Have a submarine bay and everything, so, and this would all be part of the laboratory. It's just kind of like where they work on their naval equipment and such. I actually want to have it where it would open and close as well, so you could actually sail the ships out. Unfortunately, you wouldn't actually be able to sail the ships out, but you could be on a boat, like one of the Minecraft boats. So, but yeah, that's about it for all of the stuff that I've built in my world. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed building it. Like, this is a freaking Enderman putting dirt everywhere. Anyway, this is my pride and joy. I've put so much time and work into this. And I've had my Let's Play series forever, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time.